Hey, welcome to my home. We're in my office. I have my desk, my computer in front of me, my, I don't know what I call this, my portable decorative wall, my live plant that just came back blooming, really beautiful, my TV, some decorations, my living room is right over there, my kitchen is back there, my porch is right here. So I just wanted to welcome you into my space, and the main reason why I got on the camera today is because I have some makeup on, which I don't do every single day, and I think that the videos are probably going to be more enjoyable when I have a little bit of makeup on. I do rest a lot, and let's get to the point of this, huh? So I want to tell you what the biggest lesson I've ever learned in my life. And of course, you're here because I don't know why you're here actually, so I won't say of course. The biggest and best lesson for being at ease, not being anxious, not being depressed, for just walking every day as a human on earth, the biggest lesson is going with the flow. And specifically, it means noticing what's happening around me, noticing what's happening inside of me, my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, and I sometimes categorize it. I sometimes, label what's going on. But the best thing that I've learned is accepting it and knowing that it's not permanent. When I was younger, I would just be in the throes of sadness or some form of negative energy, anxiety, a lot of times without what seemed like a reason, but it was deep and it was hard, and I think that is something common, and that it has been years since I've had that experience, because when it gets close to that, when there's an emotion, or even every month as a woman, your hormones change, and your hormone activity that keeps you happy and vivacious lowers a lot. It just plummets. And those are the days when you stay on the couch and you surely don't want to put makeup on. And if you haven't had something to eat and somebody says something to you that you don't like, you're gonna snap like a bitch. Like, that's reality. And so in those moments, for me, what I do currently is I take note. First of all, I track my cycle so I know when that could potentially happen. But I also let's just say I wasn't tracking my cycle. I would take note, okay, I'm feeling irritable. But let's just breathe for a second and figure out what I need to do in this moment to foster a good relationship with myself. If I'm with anybody else, to back up so that I don't be hurtful to the other person, because I have these emotions, these feelings running through me. So it's just basically like, okay, a sadness comes in, whatever comes in, and you're aware of it. You're not letting it infiltrate you so deeply that identifying with it and thinking that's your whole entire existence. Why can't I get out of it? It's like, okay, this cloud of irritation and sadness has come into my awareness. Hey, what's going on? Hi. And it's gonna move slowly out of it. You can't just take a hair dryer and blow it away. I mean, you can kind of by doing some deep breath work or intense exercise, drinking water, journaling, maybe even crying into somebody you love or talking it out. But still, it's an energy that needs to flow through. So don't get lost in the depths. Let it come, let it go. It's not your everything. And that's what I mean when I say going with the flow, especially when it comes to negative emotions. So that it's one thing to hear it when you're in a good mood. Okay, maybe you're not in the throes of a sadness right now as you're watching this, but next time you are, just remember that, hey, this is a normal human existence. This is freaking normal. If you're a woman, it's like normal to have, I don't know, 20 different emotions in one day as compared to not 20, way less for men. Women are like ultra emotional and men are very thinky. Women are also, of course, thinky, so intelligent. But the point is to forgive yourself, to not hate on yourself when when you're in the throes of a sadness, to just declare it, like make an announcement to yourself, there's sadness around me, I feel really disgusting right now. Let's just let myself be here a little bit. My computer work can wait an hour. I'll stay up late tonight and do it. Let's get myself a glass of water. If you're really feeling sad, get a warm glass of water. It's really soothing. Grab a blanket and put an hour on your phone, an alarm or something, and that's your job for that hour, is to rest on the couch if you're tired. Or, negative feelings happen and it's not your identity. And be present with them and know that there will be an end to them, certainly. And in happy moments, just try to soak it up and be as grateful and depth of perception, noticing the details. Surrender to the bliss of a happy moment. You can even surrender to the agony of a negative moment. You surrender, oh, I feel this way. And then feel it in your body, and potentially you can have an emotional release where then it goes. There it is. It did what it needed to do. It's been created before. It was created by your mind thinking something negative, right? Or seeing something really negative, or being in an environment that holds a lot of negativity. Those are all just your physical body being really out of its natural alignment. Everybody needs certain food ratio, certain exercise, certain soulful things, certain rest and play. And so there's lots of reasons why a negative thing can come into your life, but it's freaking okay. All right, it's not the end of the world. You're anxious. It'll get through it. You'll get through it. Hold on to it in that moment if you need to. Feel it. Revel in it. Feel it in your body. If it starts to make you cry or angry, feel it. Cry it out. If you're angry, punch a pillow. Be responsible. Scream into the pillow. Scream into 2 pillows so it's really muffled. But let it flow through. When I'm really angry, I need to talk it out. So I find a trusty person, my mother or a friend, that I can just talk everything that I'm really pissed off about. Maybe I write it down. So there's ways to get through it. It'll go through it. There's a height of it. If you can feel the emotion really hard, let it get out of your body, then you'll release it and it'll go. You're going with the flow. You're not attached to this emotion, whatever it is. So this is a great welcome video, I think. I showed you my house. I told you where it's located in relation to this video. I told you my number one piece of advice, the greatest thing I've ever learned, and this is something that I've learned myself. I had to figure it out. And let me tell you a story on it's a story that has to do with a guy with a little love affair, and I have never crushed on somebody so much as I did this guy. And he lived in a different town than me, and I knew he was coming to town that day, and there was the potential of seeing him, but it wasn't for sure. It wasn't planned. He didn't say anything. And I was so nervous in the morning. This is when my magic happened, when I prayed to go with the flow. And I woke up, I knew it was the day. Oh my God, he's coming to town. And of course, I never, even to this day, have I wanted anything more than I did that time, was to, I don't know, be with him and see him and have a good experience with him. And so I prayed in bed and I said, God, divine, let me go with the flow. Let me flow in the river of love. And it must have been a really strong prayer because I felt really relaxed. I said, I'm gonna just surrender, release, go with the flow of the day. And I think a girlfriend texted me and said, hey, let's go to this other girl's house. We're gonna go for a bike ride. And we did. And then while I just kept, relaxed and going with the flow. And then as we were going for the bike ride, the other girl, not the one who texted me, said, my friend is coming over and we're all gonna hang out with this group of guys before this thing. And the group of guys, I knew when she said the name of the friend was the guy who I liked, his friend. And so I was just like, oh my God, we have plans now to go hang out. So I kept surrendering. Okay, let me go with the flow. I asked my friends, okay, should we buy tickets to this concert? Well, I'll go. Maybe it'll be a fun time. Everybody wanted to. And then we all got dressed up. I mean, cleaned up. It wasn't a fancy thing. It was springtime in Wisconsin, so there was still slushy snow on the ground. And then we had plans to go over to this house, so the four of us went. And I remember I got there and I knew some of the people, it was friendly, and then the guy came out. Somebody must have ran inside and said, hey, Savannah's here. And he came out and we were on the front lawn, and then there was a house with a porch, some steps up on the porch. He came out in the center of the porch and his eyes were like, and he didn't even say anything. He just like pointed at me like, oh my God, you came down. And from there, it'll be another 15-minute video of just the rest of our night. But it was the best date. To this day, the best date I ever had. It was so beautiful. It was just like, I don't know, such an incredible day. The best concert I've ever gone to. It was just me and him dancing at the concert. The rest of the night we went back to I was in college, and the college was open, and I showed him around the art department where I went to school, and we kissed in one of the halls, and one of the lesson halls, big hall. And then we went back to this friendly bar, the Joint in Eau Claire, and All my friends were there, and it was just a très fantastic time. And it all was because in the morning, I prayed so hard. I surrender. My mind cannot make this happen because I've been trying days before, trying weeks before, months before. My mind cannot make it happen, and it's the day of, and I surrender fully to the magic of God, of divine, of the world, of the universe to bring me a delicious thing, if it may be. And it was for sure. So I'm happy that I'm sharing this story with you, that I can remind you of that guy. We ended up dating, having a very nice, sweet relationship. And you can ask me about it in the comments of this video. I'll tell you his name, but only if you ask. And I think that we should all surrender regularly. At the beginning of every month, at the beginning of every dream, whatever your dreams are, your dream house, your dream work, your dream self, pray. I go with the flow. I flow in the river of love. River of love meaning divine's will. So let's just say a prayer. I love to do the sign of the cross, okay? It's something that must have been trained inside of me, and it makes me feel really divine. I'm not this strict person. I don't ask anybody to do it, but when I do it, I feel freaking aligned. I feel like full of love. So we pray, we make this intention that myself and everybody viewing this video is flowing in the river of love in their life, has surrendered to the divine will and opened themselves up to receive the greatest outcome, to let go of their planning and to flow in the river of love. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to flow in the river of love. And so it is. And there you go, guys. I will make another video the next time I put some makeup on. Bye.